This came out recently, the Quatermass XPeriment. Well, the film came out in 1955, but this box just came out from Hammer. Nice quality box. Whole set cost me 60 quid, which is expensive. I have to say, it does sort of tip into the quite expensive range for a Blu-ray / 4K set. But it also comes with another box. You've got a lot of protection when it comes to this set. And this one, already damaged it. And you've got this lovely here, beautiful poster of The Creeping Unknown. Of course, that was the American title. And then on the front, just superb, really great image there. And the Quatermass XPeriment. So it's really well protected. You get also a lot of additional stuff. I mean, some things I'm not particularly enamoured by. It never worries me. Now, you've got this, of course, the J card, as it's called. Also, you get these, which are great. I think original lobby cards, obviously facsimiles of card 1 of 8, as it says. So you've got a whole range of the various images, which is really nice. Also, you get this, which is very good as well, the comic book. So the comic book, you can see there, comic book. It's not the world's greatest copy of the comic, I have to say. It's a bit like sort of Commando comics, I think, is the best way to describe it. And the better quality way of guessing it, I think, is the Dead Skin, wonderful, massive, thick volume of all of the Hammer comics. I just love that book. It's really brilliant. Now, also you get this, again, something that's, I can sort of live without or not. You get this. You get this lovely little poster. Now you get the poster in a couple of languages. You don't get the, of course, the British one, but you get there the Creeping Unknown, which is really nice. And the Italian one, I think that's the Italian one. I guess it is. Also, you get this really, really good booklet, which I really love. Now, this one's the Quatermass Papers, Volume 1. Of course, there's going to be it's already out, Quatermass 2. Just ordered that. So I'm looking forward to that when that comes. I've ordered it from HMV. I was thinking about getting it on the Hammer site. I didn't in the end, but I probably will get the Kronos one. That's one that I'm thinking about. And also, of course, Curse of Frankenstein, which is coming out fairly soon. But this booklet is brilliant. Now, of course, there's lots of books about Hammer. Always great. But this one is really good. Lots and lots of information that I didn't know about the film. And it really concentrates on the film. So you've got a whole load of photos, pictures, of course, from the TV series, as well as, of course, the film. Also, what I really love is this section all about the musicals. And it's amazing. I must admit, I didn't know much about the musicals. In fact, anything about the musical, Al McCogan there. And the Eric Winston. And apparently, when it was first shown in the UK, it was put on with that. Probably some other things as well. I don't know, because quite often you would have this sort of thing when you would go to cinema. You'd have the cartoons, you'd maybe have some news, all those sort of things. Wouldn't it be great if they were all available also on this? But still, I mean, I'm really pleased they've had this. I was looking on a list. I got a book, a brilliant one from Infinity and Dark Side, and it's the Hammer Films book. It's got a full list of all of the feature films as well as the shorts, and they created loads of shorts. I would love to see a box set like this of all those shorts. Some I'm certain are probably available on YouTube, maybe, but wouldn't it be nice in a nice super box set with all these sort of ones? And I thoroughly enjoyed those films. Actually, that short, it was 30 minutes of some great music. I loved the Spanish one, the Mamba one. That just was brilliant. That sort of stuff. So, but let's get on to the actual box here and the film. Now, the actor Brian Donlevy, he was okay. He's a bit, yeah, okay. It's the best word to describe. But also, Richard Wordsworth, I thought, was superb. I mean, he doesn't say much. So a few briefest of words when he comes down, but that's about it. For the rest of the film, he is absolutely amazing. Just doing it from slight movements. You see, the film is definitely a sort of film of two halves. One of those films where you sort of sit there and think, is anything going to actually happen? Not much happens. You got the experiment part, which I don't know. I mean, I'm not even really certain when they say experiment. It sounds a great title, but it maybe should have been called the Quatermass Rocket or Quatermass Mistake or something. He, of course, fires off this rocket, which, of course, he apparently shouldn't have done. And then he has obviously a crash, and we've got some great scenes. I love that sort of all the villagers all coming out to look at this rocket, the stuff, which of course could blow up at any point, but no one worries about that kind of thing. I love all the fire engines coming in. I love the people jumping on the various things as well. I thought it was great. Now, the wife, she wasn't the world's greatest of actresses, I have to say. She was, but overall, Jack Warner was in it. He was great. He was basically Dixon of Dock Green all the way through it. I was thinking, yeah, this is that sort of thing. But still, actually, there's another one, Jigsaw. I love Jigsaw. That was a brilliant one. But this box set of all the various things you can see there, you get the widescreen, you get the full screen, theatrical, etc. Widescreen, US theatrical versions, lots of different things. You've got here the Quatermass XPeriment. This one's on a Blu-ray, so you get 2 UHD, which I really love. I think that's just great. I wish they'd all just do them all on UHD. Obviously, it's nice to have a backup, I always think, which is my way of looking at it with the Blu-ray, because, of course, if something goes wrong with the UHD one, you've got the backup. And then you've got this one, the Creeping Unknown, of course, the American one. And then you've got the final one, which apparently is the only one that's region locked. All these others apparently are region free, I think. Don't hold me on that. Please check the website. But the fifth one, apparently, I guess because it's got the BBC production, they've got 2 episodes and probably some other things as well. The discs have got lots of bits and bobs all over. So it's just worth checking out. So don't just go for the first one. It is nice to go to the second disc and etc. Just go through them because it's brilliant for extras. I mean, the extras, which it lists in the back here, it's got loads and loads. Got really decent, really good commentary, audio commentary, which I always love. I think really Blu-ray 4K without that is just why. It's really nice to have someone talk about it, an expert on the field, so just chat about it. So, along the desk there. And you've also got lots of various interviews. Also this one, Making Demons, absolutely brilliant. Val Guest interview. You've got here Legend of Nigel Neal, The Unstoppable Unleashing the Quatermass XPeriment. That was great. I love that, the discussion on that. Patient Zero talking about their award-winning, James Swanton. He was excellent. I thoroughly enjoyed that, who played Karun in the live 70th anniversary. Thoroughly enjoyed that one. That was really good. And also we got here 1955 cinema premiere, loads of things like that. But the Eric Winston, maybe not for everyone. I just hope, I don't know if it is, on the Quatermass 2, there's a similar sort of thing as well. And I hope they put that on more of these box sets, because why not? It's nice to put a couple of the shorts on and also just create that sort of period feel for that thing. So you could have an evening where you put your popcorn or whatever, peanuts, ice cream, and you could sit down and then you could have, the Eric Winston show, which I thought had some good music on. But did I enjoy this film? Yes, it's a brilliant, brilliant film. Is the quality absolutely amazing, the quality of the picture? Well, personally, probably much the same for me as the Blu-ray, as the 4K. I know lots of people probably will say, no, but I've only got that's 42 inch. So it's not really, now I guess if you've got a 60 inch screen, you've got all the super duper quality stuff, I imagine it will be amazing to see the film 4K, all cleaned up, really looking good. I think it still looked brilliant, the sound quality, everything, but I don't have an amazing sound system. So again, all that sort of stuff is, yeah, it's nice, but if you've got that, I guess it's going to be even more amazing. But I thought it was, wow, infinitely better than if you watch it on TV. Oh, obviously, over the years, I have seen this film, and of course, Quatermass 2, and well, also Quatermass and the Pit, which I really enjoyed, though I was reading a book about that, and apparently it was described as saying it was a terrible film. Well, I've always enjoyed it. It's one of my favourite films. But still, I'm really pleased I bought this. Even though at 60 quid, it is expensive. I'm not saying it's cheap, because it is not cheap. It's not one that I think, you know what, I like to buy lots of box sets at 60 quid. I don't. So it's still great. For the other ones, the upcoming Hammer ones, the Curse of Frankenstein, I haven't bought it yet. You can pre-order it obviously on the Hammer website. I'm certain there's also probably copy. I don't know when it's actually coming out. Whenever it comes out, I will definitely pick it up. Then probably just go for the UHD copy. I probably won't go for the full box set unless there's particular reason to go for that. I'm quite happy with the 30 quid UHD, and I think maybe it includes another UHD or a Blu-ray. Again, please check the website to see details about what's included on these and whether they're region locked, etc. Obviously, the 4Ks are not region locked. So that's a good one. And also, of course, there's the Kronos one, which I still haven't bought, so I must get that before it sells out. That's always the thing with this. There's also another one, I think Shatter, which I haven't bought. I'm not so certain about that one. I haven't seen any particular reviews about it, so at some point maybe I might get that, but it's not something that I really love, the more 50s and 60s period stuff. So the Blood Orange one that came out fairly recently, I absolutely love that with Tom Conway. Brilliant film. That was just great. The Four-Sided Triangle, superb as well, and so on. There's been some really great releases. I hope they continue to bring these out, because I think they're just absolute. Oh, The Man in Black as well, which I thought was great with Sid James. Excellent. Really great box sets. Looking forward to many more, hopefully over the next couple of months and years. Well, are you going to pick this up? Have you got any intention of picking this up? Are you interested in the Quatermass ones? Have you seen all the Quatermass films before? Also, of course, there's the Quatermass one that was, when was it? 1980s one. I've got that, but I've never actually sat down and watched it. I remember when I saw it at the time, it wasn't that good. Maybe I might think, you know what, it wasn't bad. But at the time, but that's about it. Someone put a comment saying that it would be nice to see some new films with Quatermass. And wouldn't it be? I mean, I think Quatermass would be really good. Maybe not played in the same way that Brian Donlevy did, because I thought he was a bit arrogant, very arrogant. It was like Frankenstein's film. It was a Frankenstein film, basically, before Frankenstein, of course. This film is just odd in that, but I just loved it. Absolutely loved it. But the best performance, of course, Richard Wordsworth, thought brilliant. Absolutely superb for a guy that didn't say anything. He was just superb all the way through the film. Definitely a recommended film. A like or dislike, always appreciated. Bye.